Hi.
Hi.
How's everyone doing today? The weekly wrap up, number 76. I don't know what number it is.
I think it's number 4.
It's too many.
Or 5.
It's like
it's not that many.
It's over a month. I don't know.
So probably 4.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's too many. All right.
Too many.
Yes. So this week we have a pretty cool itinerary scheduled. First, we have our special guest is Mrs. DeMayo Bridgewood, which is awesome. We're going to talk to her in a little bit. Mm-hmm. We also have some news to go through, and then we have a special surprise at the end. And that's a shout out for our seniors because tonight at 8:20, right? You fill us in.
Well, we could go over it again. That wasn't part. Mr. Bolger, already off of the order of
I've already skipped our order.
Jeez.
All right.
We're going to come back to it. But yes, tonight at 8:20, which is 2020 military time, we're all going to go outside and celebrate our amazing seniors.
But we have a special in this video for them. It's amazing. Wait to watch it. It's funny.
Yes, to get you excited about our senior class. We're really proud of them. Okay, so first of all, we just want to say hello. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Weekend is here.
Weekend is here.
Everybody's been doing great. We've had more people than ever in all of our classes, campus-wide, logging into Google Classroom, doing really great work. So let's start off.
I've been having hangout Fridays with my class where we do nothing but goof around and have fun.
So let's read Dr. Reggio's.
Sure. So the news right from the top is, first and foremost, Dr. Reggio says, hello, middle schoolers, and happy Friday. Great job on another week of distance learning. Third quarter report cards were posted on Friday. If you have not yet viewed your report card, please log into eSchool Student Portal and do so. Also, honor roll and principal list letters were mailed today. Please check your mailboxes for them next week. Congratulations on your progress this school year, and please stay connected and finish strong in the fourth quarter. That's like a theme every fourth quarter. You gotta finish strong.
This is no different. You want to finish strong. You've worked so hard all year.
Mr. Velati and Mrs. Horshesky says, important NYP project update. We know many of you worked so hard on your projects. Some were close to being done. We would love to hear and see what you were going to do and showcase it to the community. Check the NYP Project Google Classroom next week for more information on how to showcase what you've done for your project. Miss you all. Which I would assume that this weekly wrap-up video would be a good spot to kind of showcase some of the kids' projects.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Mr. Shower says, great job this week. I miss you all. Keep up the great work and stay connected as much as possible. Please continue to check your emails and contact me using Google Voice or Google Hangouts if you have any questions. Apparently he's not a Zoom fan. It's all Google.
Well, that's what the classroom is. So. And have you used Google Hangouts?
I did for the first time this week, and I had no idea what I was doing.
Well,
because I'm used to Zoom.
Yeah, but no, that's different.
Oh, it's different? I've never used it then. I've used Google Meet.
Yeah.
That's what I've used.
No, Google Hangouts, you can text with your students through your Google Voice.
That's cool.
And it's like chat,
Mrs. Rose says, hi, STEM peeps. Miss you all. I would love for you to start wrapping up your project for me by the middle of next week. I have a really fun activity planned for you all to do. You will have to think outside the box and be super creative. Start looking around your house for marbles, balls, blocks, dominoes, toilet paper, and paper towel tubes, books, yes, books, those things with pages, plastic cups, etc. Trust me, you'll have fun with this one. That's a lot of materials.
Well, it's not a lot. I'm sure you don't need one of all of those things. She's just saying all of that stuff together.
We could donate toilet paper. We can't
donate anything. It's a quarantine.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Mrs. Plush says, hi, everyone. I miss you guys and hope you're all doing well. I've really been enjoying reading all of your health and PE assignments. Keep up your good work. Stay strong and stay connected. Grade 8, this is the Science Regents Earth Science. This is not just Mr. Spicer. This is all of grade 8 science and earth science students. Hello all. I hope you are safe, happy, and having fun. There are new Ed Puzzle assignments to complete. Please go to your school email and or my Google Classroom site to find out about these assignments. Stay strong. I would assume that's Mr. Spicer. So his Google Classroom. Mrs. Bennett. See, she tried to be tricky on this one, so pay attention here, Mrs. Bennett. Hi all. Hey all. Happy May. It occurs to me that next Tuesday is Cinco de Mayo. We may have to do something for that. Even my French people Mueswi? Try pronouncing that, Mr. Volger. As I have already told all of you, I appreciate how well you have been working and how you have stepped up to the challenge of this distance learning. As you know from your assignments, I am trying new things to not make your work too boring or repetitive. Thank you for hanging in there. Have a wonderful weekend. Mrs. Bennett's trying to trick me out with those French words. Mueswi? Is that right? Mueswi? You're laughing at me.
Yeah, I don't think it's right.
All right.
I think it's probably Mesui.
I know how to. The only French I know is that that's not even a word. That's the only French I know. Mrs. Harrison, I miss you all. As Mrs. Bennett mentioned, Tuesday is Cinco de Mayo. Maybe tell your parents about it, do a little research, and celebrate with Taco Tuesday.
Oh, look, Mrs. Lang.
Mrs. Volger and I can come up with something to drop next week. Stay tuned. So you're doing something that I don't know about with Mrs. Harrison? For Cinco de Mayo? I hope it's nachos, because as Mrs. Volger knows, it's like my favorite food. Stay tuned. Be well. All my hugs from a distance.
And say hi to Mrs. Lang, because she's there.
Hi, Mrs. Lang. I miss you. I haven't talked to you in like a month. Anyway, should we read what Mrs. DeMayo said, or should we go right to our special
Let's talk to Mrs. DeMayo.
Should we do our birthdays first?
Sure.
Sure. So we're going to do birthdays right now. Enjoy. Hi, so Mrs. Green says, miss you all. Band members, remember to send your alternative concert assignment by today. Can't wait to see your submissions. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Mrs. Green. I kind of am excited to see like the video of them doing their song. Okay. Mrs. Bretta says, missing you. Don't forget, if you need help with your research or finding ebooks, get in touch with me using the Ask a Librarian button on the library homepage. Also, on the library homepage, keep an eye on the library Twitter feed for the daily fun fact and links to fun activities and other information. To my research skill classes, make sure you are caught up on all of your assignments. If you're having difficulty, please get in touch with me via email or the Google Classroom. You can also stop by my live office hours to ask questions or just to chat. Check the stream in the Google Classroom for live office hour times and links. Whew, that's a lot. Mr. Preston, I think this is the last one, right? So it is. So Mr. Preston says, last but never least, you are sorely missed. Hope all is well with you. Middle school chorus, please get the assignment in of sending your picks or performance to me. General Music 6, continue working on your projects. Grades 7 and 8 music, please get this week's Google form in today. Look for the weekly Google form for next week on Monday morning. I am available on Google Meets on Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. If you have any questions, the code will be given out on Wednesday morning via his Google Classroom, I'm assuming. Have a fabulous weekend. Be safe, be well, and take care.
Okay, so now we can go live?
Now we can go to Mrs. DeMayo Bridgewood. Are you guys ready? All right, let's go. All right, we are recording.
So we have Mrs. DeMayo with us.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
What's new with you? How are your classes going? How's your family?
They're good. Classes are good. Melody's good. And Joe's also an art teacher, so there's a lot of art going on here. Melody's doing art all the time. Play-Doh, baking. So, which I think everyone at this point knows baking totally counts as creativity, and culinary arts is a big thing. So
yeah, for sure, especially for kids, because it keeps them busy and makes a containable mess. And then you can,
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. And you could get pretty creative with what you're doing with what you're making. So I have some pretty cool things I'll share with you later. Cupcakes I've gotten pictures of that look like pieces of art. So I will send them to you.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, my kids are baking like crazy and doing fun things also. We are too, but
She's cooking me delicious stuff all the time. I'm totally lucky.
well, the
She made
problem,
me eggs Benedict yesterday. Which is,
well, the problem for me is I get a sweet tooth at like 7,
mhm.
and then I'm trying not to buy any junk, so I have no junk in the house so that we don't like
Yeah.
eat everything in sight. So then I'll
I still do though.
whip up like Rice Krispie treats at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then we proceed to nibble on those for the next 3 days.
It has not been like when this first happened, I was like, I'm going to, now that I don't have to wake up early for work necessarily, I'm going to be like working out, diet. This is going to get my life on track.
Twice.
It has been the opposite. It is like I've been so off routine. It's not good.
No, it's not good.
I have been working out every day. That I need to do for my sanity. And I do work out. I have an elliptical downstairs. I have a treadmill, so that's good. I do, I lift weights and stuff. But one thing that I usually do in my like pre-quarantine life is yoga, and I haven't done yoga since we've been quarantined, but I'm taking a yoga teacher training starting in like 2 weeks. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking it was going to be online, but I will be a certified yoga teacher hopefully at the end of August.
Wow,
but I too will have to do online classes for that, until everything kind of settles
Well, if you
down.
need a challenge as a teacher, you should totally give us yoga because we are the least flexible. We did a Peloton yoga class, and it was the most embarrassing thing in the world.
We both have back problems, and they're different. So they're like some poses that I need to modify that he doesn't, but they're like we get into certain poses that we can't get out of, and we're talking like beginner, like cat-cow.
Like touch your toes.
No, it's not that bad.
We can't even be in like what's the resting positions?
Child pose.
Yeah, child pose. We're like my elbows hurt. Like it's.
Yeah, we need help, Mrs. DeMeo. So, what would be your advice for students that want to get into some kind, like if you're being successful in working out and doing exercise, so how do you make that so each day? Like, what's your advice to kids?
I think the best thing that you could do is do something that you like to do.
Okay.
I know a lot of people play sports and that's kind of off the table right now, but if you like to run or if you like to dance, there's different ways that you can do that at home. So, and sometimes you don't have equipment, which I understand. Like if you want to lift weights but you don't have equipment or, that could be an issue, but there's tons of things on YouTube too that you could do.
Right.
Where these trainers are giving free, workout sessions and just by using your own body strength,
like push-ups.
You can do tons of things.
Like
yeah. Push-ups will definitely tone you.
So do you work out at the same time every day to make sure
No.
you fit it in? No. So
I would like to, but I have to kind of go by what I have going on, if I have meetings, or if, what's going on with Melody. So it's actually all different times. I just try to make sure I do it at least once a day for my sanity.
Okay.
I need to.
So that's good to hear, because I always thought like that you would have to be like regiment, like, okay, I have to get up at this time, I have to do this, have to do that in order to make it so. So that might be helpful to students to know that even if they sleep late one day or do something, that they could still fit it in. Like it's still doable.
I would say take it one day at a time and tell yourself, all right, today, don't worry about tomorrow or a week from now. Don't worry about a month from now. Just worry about the day that you're in and say to yourself, okay, today I'm going to work out. Today I'm going to practice while I play guitar. So I try to practice every day. Let me tell you, quarantine's made my guitar playing way better.
That's cool.
Awesome. I'm practicing all the time. So I'm the kind of person that likes to do, like, obviously I like to do art. I like to do the things that I like to do, whether it's art, working out, or art. Did I say art already? I think I did.
Have you done any art lately? Can we see some?
Yes, I've been working, and I shared this with some of my students. I'm working on this right now.
Wow.
It's not done, but I can you see that?
Yes.
So there's lots of intricate lines that
Oh, look at the bird.
I don't know, most people look at it and they're like, oh, that's giving me a headache. But I've done, this is my 5th one. I've done 4 so far. That's my 5th year, and I'm hoping to have at least 9 or 10, and then maybe have a show somewhere, an art
That's
show.
awesome. So what kind of pen? What are you using? What number?
Oh, I use microns. Most of the kids know that I like these.
What number is it?
This is number 01.
Okay.
The board that I'm working on with this, I'm not crazy about because I feel like there's a little bit of texture in it, and it's making it hard for me to keep the line. I'm doing it, but it's making it hard for me to keep the line straight. So
sure.
I'm not crazy about the board that I'm using, but I'm committed now. I'm not
Totally
going to stop now.
I'd say
Oh,
so.
and then you know what I want to tell them? And I meant to post this in my classroom. I had spilled water. I don't know if you could see. There's like a water droplet here. Probably not. But underneath here on the deer, I was drinking with this a few weeks ago. I've been working on this for a month now. And I dropped water on it, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And a lot of the kids, when they make a mistake or they spill something on their work, they're like, it's dumb, I'm going to throw it out. Let me tell you something. You don't have to throw out your artwork. If you drop something on it, if you make a mistake, no. I had a teacher that always used to say, there's no mistakes in art, only opportunities. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with this water droplet? And I have another one I have to deal with, and I'm like, I'll just put some branches over it, and then so underneath this is a water drop. Who cares? No one's going to know. I mean, you will. I told you.
It's intentional. Right.
Yeah. So,
you do know we're recording this and showing this to the entire community, right? No.
That's okay. That's okay. They'll know my secret, that there's water droplets underneath. But sometimes these mistakes really make your artwork so much better. So
that's great. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like when you're looking for shapes in clouds. Sometimes you have to look at your mistake and see what you can find within it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah. Super fun. So what kind of tips do you have for kids that don't feel that they're good at art, but they're feeling this need for this, like a creative outlet? So
I say, and a lot of artists will say this, make art. If you think it's bad art, there's no such thing as bad art. Just keep making it. Make something, make some more stuff. Coloring is great. If you like to color, you could practice your shading. I have a shading video on YouTube if you need some tips on shading. But it's the best thing. You could express your art so many different ways through, like we were saying, baking or cooking, or through drawing, painting. It doesn't have to look like anything. You could just be doing colors that you like, just putting them down. That's okay. You can incorporate lyrics or your favorite music or your own writing into your artwork. You could base your artwork around words. Like you could just have a few words and have a whole entire project based around one word, a few words. So you don't have to think that you're not good at it.
Right.
And I love graffiti art. It's like one of my
graffiti's so cool. You can
and
look
I
up
love
stuff and get
photography.
inspiration.
And everybody has
so
a
many
cell
great
phone.
artists.
So if you walk around with your cell phone, you can take awesome pictures of all kinds of things.
Oh, yes, that's something I mentioned in my classroom, that the kids can totally submit photos as credit for their project one. So, and if you didn't do your project one, please, it's not too late. Just submit something into that project one classwork assignment. I'll take anything that you do creative for that project. So photography is a great way. You could make something abstract with your camera, meaning it's not recognizable, or you can take a picture of, flowers or the sky or anything, your favorite object. You can zoom in on a section of your favorite object, which is a cool way to abstract something. So many things you could do.
Awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah, I think your class must be, and just the resources that you're putting forth must be really great for students who are feeling like a little bit of this monotony. The weather hasn't been good. It's been cold and rainy every day, and you can get down pretty easy. So I think it's really good to have a creative outlet and to know that it doesn't have to be like you're working on a still life. It could be many other things, right?
Definitely. It really can. Anything goes. That's what I keep saying to the kids.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for calling in and chatting with us. It's amazing.
So
thank you for having me on the show.
So nice to see your face. We miss you so much.
Guys.
I know the students do too.
I miss you guys. I hope I get to see you soon.
I know, for sure.
Well, while we were having this conversation, there has been breaking news. Governor Cuomo has just canceled school for the rest of the year.
Oh.
Officially.
So there's your see you soon comment.
Ah,
I know.
Well, we kind of knew that was coming.
Yes.
We all
we
were
knew.
prepared.
I kind of had a feeling
Yeah.
that was going to happen.
We're all
so-
wishing, we're all looking towards September, I think, at this point, in
Mhm.
terms of getting back together. So for now, just doing this
I know.
until the end of this year.
In a way, it makes me like kind of relieved because the amount of work we've been putting in from home, that I feel like it would be if we just like went back, it would be like, oh, I put all that work in, you know. Now at least like we get to like double down on the amount of work we do and really make it as good as we can.
Yeah, which we're all
Definitely.
really doing. I mean, you're doing a great job. It's not easy to teach art from a Google Classroom, just like it's not
Not
easy to
easy.
teach family and consumer sciences.
Mhm.
It's tricky, but we're doing it, you know?
We are doing it.
We're doing
And
it.
keep your eyes out too for a virtual art show.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
So
exciting.
I don't know how exactly I'm doing it yet, but it's going to happen because that's me. I
Yeah.
have
Well,
to
when you
do it.
decide to do it, let us know because we'll totally advertise it on our weekly.
Okay.
And we can help you too.
Yeah.
I mean, anything that we can do in terms of
I think I'll be picking your brains a little bit about the best format
Cool.
on that, but it's going to happen because I just have to. I have to.
Yeah.
It's that
No.
time of year. I have
The
to. do
show
it.
must go on, Mrs.
It's got to
Diane.
happen.
The
I
show
don't
must
care
go
if it's
on.
virtual. It's happening.
It's happening.
So.
Well, we'll see you soon. Thanks again for
All right. Bye,
calling in.
guys.
Bye.
Esther. Bye.
Hi, we're back.
We're back.
Mrs. DeMayo's awesome.
She is. She's so good.
She did give us some pictures. She did send us some pictures
She
of
did.
different artwork and creativity that students have been giving. So we're going to shoot over to that right now, which is awesome. The chicken cupcake. I love it. It's a chicken cupcake.
There's
so this
one
is,
above it too, I think.
yes, this is from Lauren Mitchell. She made which is like the Mitchell family and their whole cooking is legendary. But here we have the amazing cupcakes. By the way, did
Yeah,
you
those are
know that Mitchell, when she was on that TV show, she won making like grasshopper cookies,
Oh, really?
which is not
She's
something
very
I would eat,
talented.
Lauren. I apologize. It's not happening.
I gave grasshopper lollies to my high school kids.
She did, and I
No,
yelled at her.
Yeah, yeah. They were,
I was
they
like,
were
it's
crickets.
gross.
They were crickets. Yeah, crickets. Yeah.
Yes. All right, so we have beautiful cupcakes here. Amazing. I love the flower pot thing right
Yeah,
here.
it's
Super
really
cool.
clever.
Let's keep going.
Oh,
Daniel Capone with the rainbow cake.
delicious. Never met a rainbow cake I didn't like.
I'm more of a rainbow cookie guy, but rainbow
Oh,
cake
I think
sounds good. Look at
anything.
that though. That looks good.
Yeah,
Like,
delicious.
yeah, you should mail that to my house, Daniel. No, don't do that. All right, here we go. This Nick Gentile. Look at these shoes.
Oh, those are awesome. I love Vans. They're
Yeah.
my favorite shoes.
They're cool.
Yeah, those are really cool. I wonder what he painted them with.
Do you have to seal them when you do it like this, or can he like wear these out in the rain?
Maybe we should email them.
Nick,
Those are cool.
sir, on my chat, you need to answer that question. Did you need to seal these, or can you wear them out in the rain,
Yeah,
or are
those
they
are
just
cool.
for like you hang them on your wall because they're that rad looking?
Yeah, they're cool.
Photography. Derek Mayer.
That's beautiful. Look how it's like black and white on the edges.
I know he has like a
It's
vignette
cool.
going on.
Yeah.
I love it.
Really pretty. I love tulips. They're one of my favorite flowers.
What type of lens? Look at that. Is this a phone? Like this is fancy. Look how focused it is. Good job,
really
Derek.
beautiful.
We have some more. What's this? We have Matthew Smith.
Oh, that's so cute.
Adventures out there. This is like up.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I love the different texture of the different papers, like the glittery and then like a matte finish.
Super cool. We have, look at this.
I know those.
Who's this?
Liliana.
Liliana. Look at this.
Yeah, she's really talented.
I had Liliana's brother, Christian.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite students.
You're not allowed to have
One
favorites.
of I have many favorites.
You're
Look at
all
this.
favorite.
I know. Look at this. Is really good.
Yeah,
this is
she's
like
super
beyond good.
Yeah, super.
It's like she could become a professional artist when she gets
Yeah.
older.
What are
Ah,
Oh,
our son would
so-
appreciate this
I
one.
know. Who is that? Who did this?
This is Red Toad. This is
Moira. She's mine too. Oh, I love it. We'll have to show JJ.
Yeah, that's how. By the way, that's how I'm gonna look towards the end of this quarantine.
I was Toad for Halloween.
I'm gonna
Was
be a
that-
little rounded in the midsection.
I
What?
We were all Super Mario characters for Halloween, and
You
I
don't need
was
to tell
Toad.
anyone that.
He was
There's
Luigi.
no photography evidence of
I
that
have
at all.
some.
The
We
Bilskis,
should
if
show-
you have photographs of that, you burn them. All right, let's keep going. Oh, and that's it. So those are some of the artwork.
Yay, love it.
Amazing.
So good. Thank you
I
for
know,
sharing
super
those with
good.
us, Mrs. DeMayo.
Super good.
Amazing job. Amazing. Okay, so speaking of creativity, I thought one fun thing that we've been doing outside on the days when it's nice is sidewalk chalk.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been running out, so I thought I would kind of just tell you quickly how to make sidewalk paint, because it's really easy. You just need 3 ingredients. So it's water, which we all have in abundance, cornstarch, which you probably have in your pantry somewhere. It's like a white powder. And then food coloring. Most of my food coloring I have is gel, but you can use the liquid too. So you just put equal parts of water and cornstarch in a container and mix it until it's a white paste.
So
and
like
then,
a cup of water, a cup of starch.
Yes. And then you add food coloring to it to dye it whatever color you want. And you can put it in a Tupperware like this, and then use a paintbrush, like a thick paintbrush, maybe like 2-inch paintbrush, and paint it on the driveway. Or if you have any of these bottles laying around your house, you can put them in this, and then you can draw with them, like squirt them on the driveway.
And that's sidewalk chalk.
Sidewalk chalk. It comes off in the rain, and it won't.
But it's more liquidy.
It is
It's
liquid.
like sidewalk paint.
That's what I mean. It's sidewalk paint.
Yeah.
It's sidewalk paint.
That's super cool.
But you can use it with chalk as well. So if you're running out of sidewalk chalk and
Mm-hmm.
you still want to decorate your sidewalks, you could use sidewalk paint. And that's the recipe. Cornstarch, water, food coloring.
And my family's like famous for making on nice summer days when the sun's out. We make the craziest sidewalk decorations.
Yeah, we try.
So we try.
Well-
It's one of my son's favorite things.
Yeah,
to
he
do.
likes to ride a scooter around the cities he
Mm-hmm.
builds and bring action figures and stuff like that. So, but speaking of reasons to have sidewalk chalk, also, we want to remind you that tonight at 2020, which is 8:20 p.m.,
Yes, yes, yes.
everyone on the planet is going to be outside for the first 20 seconds
Yep.
of 8:20. We're going to make as much noise as we can for our seniors. We're going to use whistles or pots and pans, whatever you have, to get really loud outside. If you're a senior or there's a senior in your family, shove them out the door so hopefully they can hear their neighborhood erupt in honor of them and this amazing accomplishment. It's really a big deal to graduate high school. It is a huge
I know, it's-
milestone in your
Mr.
life.
Shower was just bragging about how his brother graduated from medical school, and he was like, he had to have a Zoom graduation. And
Yeah.
it's like sad.
It's sad, but it does not go unnoticed. Like, we notice you. We know what it takes to graduate high school. We know a lot of the things that you are missing out on.
So you need to explode on social media, right? You need to bang pots and pans at 8:20 p.m. tonight in Santa Mauritius, screaming the names of the graduates, right? And you need to just flood them on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and TikTok. Do TikTok dances, kids. Do
Yep.
some screaming name
2020.
out. Do a TikTok dance.
And to
I
get
gotta
you
go.
motivated for this, we thought it might be fun.
This is hysterical.
So that you could see some of our senior pictures.
So
from high
we
school.
have your teacher's yearbook pictures from their senior year, and this is going to.
blow your mind.
I have hair in one of these photographs.
I
So,
don't.
yes, and we have. So you ready? Are you excited? Oh, I'm so excited.
Here we go.
Here we go. You ready? All right, the first one. The first one is me. Look at that. Huh? Look how good I look.
Is the music too loud?
No, the music's perfect.
Okay.
This is amazing. Like, this is why Mrs. Folger fell in love with me. I mean, let's be honest here. Look at this guy.
We did
Look at this
meet
guy.
around this time. We
He's a
went to high
hero.
school together.
Yeah, and then I joined the military, and that's when all my hair forever left, and then it never came back. It's true. I also dyed it. You can see it's like I used to bleach it up in there, and kids, you dye your hair, you go bald like Mr. Folger. So.
That's not true.
But don't laugh at me, because look at Mrs. Folger. Huh? That's her senior year.
That's when I used to wear lipstick. I haven't
Yes.
worn lipstick since.
And
I
those
don't
tiny
think.
earrings. That was and short hair was in back then, by the
Well,
way.
that was long for me in high school, if you recall.
I do.
had very short hair.
Yes, but we don't just have silly high school pictures of Mrs. Volger and Mr. Volger. We also have some of your favorite teachers from the middle school. So here we have Mr. Turnow. Look at him. He looks great. Mr. Hicks, Longwood guy right there. And Mrs. McDermott.
So pretty.
I know. Look at you guys. I feel like Mr. Turnow and me could have been brothers. Look at us. We totally could have been brothers, Mr. Turnow.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Spiky hair.
Look at this. All right, and then we have more. We have Mr. Shower, Mrs. Bennett, and Mrs. McCormick. Look at this.
Mrs. McCormick is like a Journey music video.
I know.
Look
Mrs.
at her.
McCormick, like totally
She's-
80s rock.
Yeah,
I know.
totally.
Do you think Mrs. McCormick was super popular in high school?
She's like Farrah Fawcett, that hair.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And Mr. Shower looks like that's his 7th grade picture, not his senior picture. Look how young he looks in that picture.
He looks
a
the
baby.
same, just a little different.
I love it. I love it. No, Mrs. Bennett looks the same.
She does look the same.
I know. Do you think she knew how to speak French there? Huh?
Probably. Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
Moving on to the next page of our yearbook is, of course, Mr.
Oh,
O'Brien. Look at him. Look at Mr. O'Brien. He looks just like his son. I said
Yeah.
literally, he went outside, took a picture of his son, and said it was
The
him.
one that's graduating?
Yes, the one that is graduated.
Yeah.
And then there's Mrs. DeMayo doing the walk,
Yeah, doing the walk.
Mm-hmm.
Getting her diploma.
which we also had a graduation outside in the field, just like Mrs. DeMayo. So pretty cool.
And last,
And last but never least, nope,
Oh,
not
we have
last.
more.
We're wrong. We have more. Mrs. Harrison, Mr. Velati, and Mrs. Bredis. Look at Mr. Velati. Mr. Velati looks like he's like the football star in high school, right?
he looks very different to me. I don't know.
He
I
looks
wouldn't-
like an athletic stud here. Look
Well,
at
he
him.
still does to me.
I guess
He's very athletic looking still.
him and
He
Mrs.
looks
McCormick
he
are
looks
like
a baby.
the most
looks very
likely
young.
to succeed here. Mrs. McCormick and Mr. Velati, amazing. Mrs. Bredis, look at Mrs. Bredis.
I know. I love her hair.
I know she needs glasses on.
And
though.
Miss Harris, I think her mom snapshot this out of like the hallway at her. So there's a glare, but you can see she's got like blonde hair.
She looks the exact same to me.
Yeah, but she has blonde hair.
Did
Is her
Mrs.
hair
Harris
blonde?
graduate high school like a week ago?
Yeah,
She looks the
She's yeah, she does look exactly. The
Which
same.
is a good
But different
thing, by the
hair,
way.
Different hair.
Unlike Mr. O'Brien here, that's a look at that. I love it. And then Mrs. Dr.
Dr.
Reggio,
Reggio.
the famous Dr. Reggio. So there you go. Who also looks the same, honestly.
I
It's
don't
like
think so.
there are two types of photos here, guys. There are the photos like me that look completely different, and then there are photos that look the exact same, like Mrs. Bennett and Dr. Reggio and Mrs. Bredis. I think looks the same too. Oh, Mr. Turnow is in. Is that no? Who is that? Yeah, that's Mr. Turnow. I agree, Mr. Volger Brothers. There it is. That's amazing. By the way, that makes me happy.
Yeah. So remember, at 2020 military time, which is 8:20.
Yes.
We're gonna all go outside on our front porches and make a lot of loud noises for our amazing great graduating
Mrs. Volger
class.
wanted to bang pots and pans on the video, but it would have destroyed the microphone, so not a
He's
big
no
deal.
fun sometimes.
I don't know.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes.
Happy Friday.
That's the weekly wrap up. So again, students, make sure you're reaching out and making connections with your teachers via Google Meets, Google Zooms, Google
Everything.
Classroom, everything possible, okay? If you do email, whatever way that makes you comfortable. Teachers, also reach out to other teachers. I noticed that like even hanging out with Mrs. DeMayo was amazing, being
Yeah,
able to see each other
super
and things
fun.
like that.
And
So-
collaborating. It's really fun to
Yes.
collaborate and talk about, mix it up just like we would, in school. Like get ideas from one another. Really
Yes.
fun. Should we do birthdays again as a closeout?
Sure, birthdays. By the way,
Birthdays.
Vicky's in chat, and it's Vicky's birthday. Her name's on the
Happy
list, and
birthday.
she's sad because she doesn't want a quarantine birthday. So if you see Vicky or
We'll
you
do a do-over.
communicate on social network, make sure you give her tons of love. She needs all of the happy birthday wishes possible. And here we go.
Have a great
Birthdays.
weekend, you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.